Now, it's been my understanding that the inclusion of sexual orientation, students that may identify themselves as gay or lesbian or bisexual or transgendered, that the inclusion of those students has been a rather controversial aspect of this bill. Do you agree that that's a controversy, and do you think that they should be included?
Well, yeah, there are, at least I haven't witnessed this, but I'm told that there are lobbying groups that say that they will lobby to the death against any sort of bill that recognizes that gay and lesbian students need to be protected. And of course, it's a foolish position, because a lot of the kids that are being bullied for being gay or lesbian aren't.
Yes.
And a lot of the kids who are gay and lesbian don't come out and may not have any of the stereotypic characteristics that are supposed to identify people as gay and lesbian. So that it seems to me it's incumbent on the schools to protect all children, and particularly those classes of children that are likely to be victimized, and gay and lesbian children are among that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Do you think that there is a connection between hate crimes and bullying in the school environment?
Well, hate crimes have very much the same character as bullying. Bullying, when we were talking to the State Board of Education, also when we were talking to various legislators, they said, well, we have harassment rubrics, and that protects people from bullying. But of course, harassment is usually one-on-one. You know, I'm persecuting you because of some grudge I have against you. Bullying is much more a public matter, and it's a matter of organizing the group to do in somebody. I organize all my friends to call you names, or to make fun of you, or something like that. And what we found in our research is that 75% of the school kids approve of the bully, they sympathize with the bully rather than the bullied. That's how hate crimes are developed. I get the newsletter of the Southern Poverty Law Center, which is mainly concerned with hate crimes, particularly in the South, but groups that are organized to commit hate crimes against particularly African Americans, but against other people. The logic of those hate crime groups is very like the logic of bullying groups. You get a group organized, you call out a particular person who's an African American, you demonize that person, eventually you beat up on the person or kill the person or exclude the person from the workplace, something like that. Mm-hmm. So, no, I don't think there's any question that the logic of bullying and the logic of hate crimes are near allied, you know. Mm-hmm. It's group mobilization that's crucial in both. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And with that understanding, you can start to see the connection with the more political aspects as people grow up and become part of the adult world, why that would have a dynamic going on there. So, you know, I've often heard in recent years that, like, the Nebraska School Board Association feels like they have this covered because they have school safety provisions. Could you explain to us what the difference is between school safety and having anti-bullying policy is?
Yeah. Well, we certainly appreciate the school safety provisions, and they began with Columbine, where there were some kids that were bullied that retaliated by shooting a bunch of their classmates. But the school safety provisions are, for the most part, provisions that provide for physical safety in the schools. Mm-hmm. That is, you can't carry a gun into the school, you have the hallways organized in a certain way, you have monitors in the halls, etc. Mm-hmm. It's a little like airport safety. I mean, it isn't quite so extreme as airport safety is now, but school safety, I've been through the school safety manuals, and although the people at the State Department of Education who deal with school safety have been wonderful people, they just don't have the tools to deal with bullying, because bullying is not a matter of whether I carry a gun into a school. Mm-hmm. I can bully you just by calling you names or sending you emails that make you feel like you're nothing, like you're worthless, or organizing my friends to exclude you. It's much more a matter of the social dynamic of the school than it is of whether somebody has a knife in the school. Am I making sense?
Yes, it does. It does to me very much so. And for me personally, I feel as though that we kind of have a society of bullying in many ways. I feel like certain groups in society in general are kind of picked on, you know, chosen. Okay, you there because of your skin color, you there because of your sexual orientation. We're going to go and actively exclude you. We're going to exclude you from being able to move ahead in the economy. We're going to exclude you from being able to complete your college education, because we're going to make the atmosphere for you so uncomfortable that you can't really function fully in society. So I see that there's a huge difference between going and talking about having a safe building as regards to having a safe society. And wherever you're at and you have 2 or more people, you have society.
Yeah, and that's what's crucial, that you have a sense of the common good, that you have a sense of how a community is formed. It's not, and school buildings themselves may be bullying places. I've been in school buildings where the principal was a bully, or where one teacher bullied other teachers, or where the janitors bullied other janitors. So if you have this atmosphere of, you know, demonizing certain people and organizing a group to attack them, the school itself is not a properly functioning society. And we have to remember that kids are not in this school because it's Disneyland. They're in school because they're compelled by state law to be there. And if there were no compulsory attendance laws, you might say, well, parents can choose any school they want to, and they can choose the modus operandi according to which the school treats their children, etc. But this is not the case. This is a custodial institution, and we better be pretty good custodians of our kids if we're going to force them to be there.
I would so agree.